Geopold did a video, Charlie Kirk's America. Now, Geopold is a disgusting, dirty soy boy lefty. So we'll see what his takes are on this. And also, he's a lot smarter than me as well. Unless it comes to video games, then I mog him. But with politics, this guy's pretty well versed.
Yesterday, a tragic school shooting in Colorado took place. The 158th act of gun violence within an American school in 2025. You probably didn't hear about it though, not just because the 10th of September 2025 was potentially the most insane day for world news ever in history. No, it's actually just boring. It's not a big deal. On average, every single day,
351 school shootings. Bruh, I did not even think the numbers were that bad. I thought it was like 50. 50 at most.
in America, a gun is fired within school grounds. Every single...
That's nearly every day of the year. Nearly. That's so close. The sad thing is it went down. It actually went down in 2024 compared to 2023, but it's still 300!
Fucking day. Now, some American politicians are kind of okay with this.
Oh yeah, no, I just used like actual cocaine with the shot. Charlie Kirk says gun deaths, unfortunately. Oh yeah. That's the clip that went viral that everyone used against him when he got shot.
Few kids died.
Dude, I find it crazy that there are going to be memes made of you if you die, no matter what. I saw like a gif of Charlie Kirk being shot in the neck, and it was like it was like someone was doing like a blue shell from Mario Kart, and it just went straight on his neck. It's crazy. And then these tweets have like hundreds of thousands of likes. Like they are actively encouraged. You know that cycle of like you'll see one person that does like a Charlie Kirk bit, and then they get 200k likes because they're getting that many likes. And then you'll see it, and then you'll be like, wait, I can make jokes about this? Okay, let me cook. And then they'll do it, and then they'll do it, and then they'll do it. And then people that supported Charlie are like, this is fucked up, this is evil. And then, again, it's that escalation. I fucking hate social media so much, bro. Like, they are all designed to keep your attention for as long as possible by causing discourse and vitriol. I fucking hate social media so much.
Small price to pay if it means I get my very own gun. Just like how a few
It's my job, by the way, but yeah.
Kids getting trafficked and on an island is a small price to pay as long as I get my money and my elite.
Claims to be pro-life. Yeah, he had some... Again, the problem is when you talk about him, you need to then know every opinion he's ever had in his life, and I don't. I've just seen his stance on trans people, that he doesn't believe that trans women are actually women, which I disagree with. Wait, am I a dirty soy boy lefty? That's cringe. I can't be. I said the N-word in 2016. My mind's imploding. Wait a minute. I don't get it. But yeah, like, you know, and then obviously he made that comment about the guns as well. And then, ironically, he was a victim of a firearm. He was assassinated, definitely. Have you seen what was written on the bullet casings? Oh yeah, it was a bunch. It was like, Uwu notices your bulge. What's this? Like a furry meme. And then it was the 500 kg bomb in Helldivers 2. And then it was a quote from an anti-fascist Italian song, I think.
Connections. Now,
thank you for the 5, Toby.
I'm going to split Americans into 3 categories right now. Anti-gun, medium gun, and extreme gun. For this video, I'm only focusing on extreme gun. These are the dudes who are way past just having a little self-defense.
When did Femboy Pyro become so woke? I feel like, I've said this before, there's 3 paths you can take, right? You know that meme of like the kid and he's got like, I've said this before, I know, shut up people that are saying I've said this before. You've got like the dark evil castle and then like the light sunshine road. But there's always like a third path. It's like, if I was edgy as fuck in like 2016, everyone was. It was normalized. So what you do is you commit to being edgy and you don't change. Maybe you tweak your personality a little bit so you don't get demonetized. Or you go the complete opposite way. You completely overcorrect your edginess and you hate yourself so much you become a remorse troll and you basically go around policing other people as a projection, or you kind of realized, yeah, I was a cringy fucking moron. Anyways.
Glocky in their crib. No, the extreme gun guys think like assault rifles, machine guns, basically army gear, weapons of mass destruction should be completely legal and
I can't believe FPS Russian was actually American. That mind broke me.
available to any applicable
You learn empathy? Okay, here comes the iDubbbz bit again. Yeah, I immediately saw his name mentioned. Immediately.
US citizen. Now, the most popular, most powerful extreme gun advocate in the USA is a man called Charlie Kirk, and I'll play you his justification for the senseless, brutal slaughters that occur due to the lack of gun regulation in America, which he supports.
I think it's worth it.
I'm so happy that guns aren't a thing in the UK. I mean, they are. They are. Like, I'm from Birmingham. Birmingham was the gun capital of, like, Europe or something. But, like illegally imported. But, like, you see police walking around in the UK, they don't have guns. I remember going to Sweden and, like, seeing police with, like, Glocks, and I was like, I actually felt a bit uncomfortable. I was like, what the fuck? What if, like, a cop goes schizo and just, like, starts firing on people? Like, what? You know, it was kind of like, it was a bit like, obviously, like, there's probably a fair few Americans in here that are like, you're a soy boy, who cares? But, like, yeah, it was really, really weird seeing that.
I think it's worth to have a cost of...
The problem is guns are so ingrained in American culture. It is literally the Second Amendment. You'll never get rid of them. It's impossible.
Fortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights.
Seen many in Melbourne? I haven't seen that many police walking around in Melbourne, I'll be honest with you. I actually haven't.
I fully acknowledge and admit.
They do that thing that they do in the UK where they park a police car that's empty for like a presence. Oh my God. You know what they did in the UK that was so funny? To stop shoplifting, this shows that we just have no money, man. Look at that. Like, we're fucked, bro. We're cooked. Look at that. You couldn't even get a policeman to like patrol, so they just put one. Oh, I can't shoplift here. Oh no, there's a cardboard cutout. I'm so intimidated I can't do it now.
When you allow gun ownership, you're going to have gun deaths. There is a cost to liberty.
Well, obviously he was wrong. It turns out cold-blooded murder is not a price worth paying for firearm freedom, running the risk of assault rifles being...
I wonder, like... The thing is, I do wonder if Charlie Kirk survived, if his opinion on that would change. If he would go back on that opinion. Or he'd just double down on it.
Fired on school grounds is not worth it. Why? Well, there's another reason that Colorado school shooting didn't make it into our news headlines yesterday. An event so shocking and graphic, it drew more attention than any of the...
You think he'd double down? Yeah, it'd be... I have no idea if he would or not.
The global catastrophes happening right now. Charlie Kirk, high-level Trump ally, was murdered. He was mid-sentence describing how America's globally abnormal amount of shootings is the fault of transgender people. His last words were gang violence. And milliseconds later, he was gruesomely, unjustly shot dead in a gang-related assassination. Now, in typical British fashion...
It was crazy because that was probably one of the most documented assassinations ever because everyone was filming it. You could see one POV where you can see someone running on the roof, like a single person, and that was probably the shooter. Thank you, Aiden, for the 24.
I still can't really believe that it's even possible for people to be shot in a school. I think that is absolutely absurd and disgusting, whether it's a kid or a controversial influencer. Look, I don't particularly like the guy or what he stands for, but in no...
The grifter word has lost its meaning. Yeah, grifter's like slop. You just apply the word grifter to someone whose opinions you don't like.
Universe would I celebrate a death like this? I believe in
like it can have a genuine meaning, but it's lost its meaning now.
Free speech. I believe that being scared some random person is going to kill you in front of your family is absolutely terrible and cannot be defended. However, I also apply that belief to everyone.
I mean, that just shows how much hatred and vitriol there is in American politics, that like someone being killed is celebrated
all around the world, which is where me and Charlie have different viewpoints, which is why I feel like it's...
Like, that's scary. That is really scary.
It's kind of...
I know that there's some people in this chat and they fucking hate that guy. And they're probably happy that he's dead. But I think that is a terrifying thought that that's normalized now.
Fair to make this video. Charlie Kirk genuinely played a massive role in normalizing Israel's
I mean, I saw news reports that basically said Charlie Kirk is the reason that Trump actually got elected for the second term.
brutal genocide of Gaza.
And this weekend, there was an all-out propaganda campaign trying to make it seem as if Israel is intentionally starving the people of Gaza. I hate being lied to. It's not called Palestine.
You don't believe that Palestine have the right to exist?
No, everyone has a right to exist. Show me where it is. It's a non-existent place.
He hated my people. I'm guessing you're trans. It's almost like he had such a platform and he was so huge that someone thought there is no way to deplatform him. He has to die.
I don't think the place exists.
What?
Because it doesn't. It's called Judea and Samaria. The overuse of the word genocide. Because when you keep on using genocide, you're basically trying to
Thank you, Toby, for the 5. I saw the uncensored clip like 5 seconds after opening Twitter.
Genocides that have happened the last 100 years. What is Israel?
Getting shot is nothing like shown in fictional media. Oh yeah, like there's those clips of like, you know, what someone's when someone gets shot in a film compared to real life and how the body just immediately goes limp, but they make it all dramatic in films. Yeah, it's like really sobering.
Doing exactly. Tell me in detail. Where's it happening?
Crimes,
War crimes, really? How?
What do you mean how? They're killing little kids, man.
Well, hold on. Killing kids. You mean wait, they drop leaflets before they bomb in Gaza? They drop leaflets before they bomb in Gaza. 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 They drop
Fucking hell.
leaflets before they bomb in Gaza.
The level of war crimes here are genuinely indescribable. Children
I love guns, but they want to get rid of guns for trans people. I totally do not own guns. They all fell in the lake cry.
Thank you, Knight, for the 10. They want to get rid of guns for trans people. Is that true?
snipers, people gunned down whilst
Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. What?
waiting for aid. Every single hospital reduced to shreds.
I like how like being trans now is like politics. Why?
To rubble to stop people from receiving aid and help.
I want to be in the body I'm happy in. No, you can't do that. That's a political opinion.
They build their headquarters under hospitals.
Rescue workers, volunteers wiped out in cold
I never heard of that claim before. I've never heard of that claim in my life. If that's true, that's insane.
blood by the launching of secondary military strikes on buildings, mass starvation and drought due to aid blockades, American fucking citizens admitting to sniping children for sport, children who were trying to retrieve their parents' remains, and the sheer numbers are just inconceivable. There are genuinely like tens of thousands of Charlie Kirks in Palestine right now. Dads who were needlessly assassinated in front of their kids, you know? Charlie also played a massive role in getting Donald Trump voted in. This directly
Yeah, second term. He definitely helped with that.
resulted in bombs being dropped on Iranian civilians, missiles striking their capital city, aggravating and significantly worsening the bloodshed in Ukraine, missiles striking Venezuelan speedboats. It just goes on and on and on.
I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up new age term that does a lot of damage.
Charlie Kirk's connection to this depraved world stage is so strong that even Netanyahu himself tweeted, "R.I.P."
I mean, I remember seeing this one video trying to explain the difference between sympathy and empathy. And sympathy is like, I'm really sorry that happened. But empathy is like, I can relate to you that happened.
The same day he launched bombs on 5 fucking countries just to further destabilize the region in such a tense time. All these people that Kirk co-signed the murder of had families. All these people had hobbies and personalities and lives, but no one cared when they died. No one was spamming Twitter for them.
Keir Starmer is responsible for the sort of shit that happens there, because he's put a target on every
Didn't Tommy Robertson like flee the country or something?
one of us with his smears and
I know he got jailed for a bit.
lies for telling the truth. Charlie Kirk told the truth.
A bullet fired at Charlie Kirk is a bullet fired at all of us. There will be no mercy.
This is what I mean, though, about that extremism. It's going to get so much worse on both sides after he was killed.
No
So much worse.
diplomacy and no surrender.
The American president didn't make a public announcement.
Okay, I will disagree with Geopold on this. I don't think this video is AI. I think I looked into this a bit, and there was a lot of professional AI video reviewers, and these were people that were hired. This wasn't just like a TikToker with an opinion. And they thought the video seemed weird, but they basically said that Trump was like so stupid he couldn't do the entire video in one take, but he needed to do it in one take to kind of look powerful, even though he's got an auto prompt in front of him. So what they tried to do at the White House, they tried to do their best to stitch the footage together. And it basically ended up looking like it was fucking AI because they did such a bad job of it.
For them, quite the opposite, actually. They were mocked. And also, no one just went and blindly blamed the right.
Say this, Democrats own what happened today. I am devastated. My kids have called panicking. They probably, all the kids of every conservative in the country call panicking. Just because you speak your mind.
It's cut together like shit. It looks uncanny. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think one of the AI video professional people or whatever pointed out that you can see the auto prompter in the reflection and stuff like that. AI has a pretty hard time to do because it was just so subtle. But again, like, give it 6 months, AI will be able to do that easy.
Mind on an issue doesn't mean you get shot.
Then by that logic, do Republicans own the shooting of the 2 Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota?
Political.
Isn't this on both sides?
Are you kidding me?
2 months ago, there was a guy who shot 2 Democrat politicians who was a Trump voter, and the entire right wing started literally posting memes about it or downplaying it by calling the shooter a.
You'll have someone on the right that gets killed. You'll have some people on the left that make memes of it. Someone on the left that gets killed, you'll have some people on the right that make memes of it. That's always going to happen.
Democrat or something, as if that even mattered. When Nancy Pelosi got attacked, Charlie Kirk tweeted this.
It's like, if you're not with us, you are an enemy.
Implying that the whole attack.
I'm not saying that's everyone on the left and that's everyone on the right. Obviously, there are going to be people that don't have that opinion.
Was just a ruse and a.
But it's definitely a lot of like the influencers as well that have that opinion. The people that actually give you your own opinion. Because, like, you are who you are because of everyone, right? Like, the media you absorb shapes who you are. So if you're watching someone on, like, either the left or the right that's pretty extreme with their takes, that's eventually going to spill into your opinion, you know? So how many times have people, like, gone around and said, oh, the 3rd Harry Potter film, Prisoner of Azkaban, is the best one? It's like most people that I know got that opinion because they watched, like, 5 video essays on it saying that it is.
Fake.
I mean, it is the best Harry Potter film, but again, like, it's from video essays.
Himself was doing this to a victim of political violence. He himself was condoning political violence and spread.
The UK is really mid. The UK is cooked. It's like we've had conservatives in power for like 10 years or something? Nearly that, maybe more than that. And then Labour only got in because people were so sick of conservative, they basically snuck in. It's not like they won by like a majority landslide. It was like, oh, we're 2nd place? But they hate the people in 1st place? Okay, we're in power now.
Spreading dehumanizing and the violence.
It's like reform in the UK is getting so much pull right now that Labour are scared, and Labour are left-leaning, and they're actually trying to clamp down on immigration. They're trying to like almost mimic reform to hope that they don't lose the next election to reform.
Violent rhetoric. He was not really important. He was a cog in the right-wing propaganda machine that has worked day and night spreading dehumanizing and violent.
Thank you, Knight, for the 10. Poo-poo, pee-poo.
Rhetoric. One of many, honestly. Charlie Kirk was nothing more than a political.
That was so stupid. I mean, he was definitely on ketamine doing that, but like, come on.
Puppet used for saying the worst things humanly imaginable with no actual opinions of his own, really. Only the administration's.
Young people need to get.
I always vote Lib Dem. Yeah, they'll probably win in like 300 years or something.
Married?
I just always, I'm not educated enough to vote on a party that I support. Because again, it's like, the problem is, if you talk about politics, if you don't know every single study, every single gotcha moment, you're not allowed to talk about politics. I will happily admit that I don't really like to talk about politics because I'm a fucking moron. I only know little bits and pieces. But like, what I usually do is just, I end up voting like Green Party, which is the equivalent of a wasted vote, because they'll never get in. Unless every party just commits like political suicide. And they won't, because there's too many. One of the majors will always sneak in. I mean, we saw that with Labour. But I mean, it's slightly better than spoiling a vote, I guess.
They need to mate and get a mortgage.
He was about releasing the Epstein files, and then when Trump didn't want to release the Epstein files, he was talking about, I let my friends in the administration handle it.
You're speaking my language. I think the Epstein files need to be released yesterday.
There is a new party, Your Party. Oh, I heard about that in the UK, and they just get no votes. Thank you, Knight, for joining.
Okay. We need to know every single person and get the Epstein client list out immediately.
Why did Farage support Brexit if it didn't stop immigration? No, it did halt immigration, EU-based immigration. Like, I remember seeing on Sky News that there was like coverage showing that the majority of immigration that happens now in the UK is from outside of the EU.
Honestly, I'm done talking about Epstein for the time being. I'm going to trust my friends in the administration. I'm going to trust my friends in the government to do what needs to be done, solve it,
I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to like leave Europe, genuinely. It's like, dude, the UK, like, we're so fucked. We've got no natural resources. We've got nothing. We're basically just like everyone's fucking financier.
in their hands. I trust my friends, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, my friend Pam Bondi, all these guys. I'm going to, Todd Blanche, I'm going to
just Diddy molding.
Trust them to solve it.
Which is more important than ever right now because as I speak, a new piece of evidence has just leaked. This is a photo of Jeffrey Epstein holding...
It's a profitable grift. Yeah, I've noticed a lot with politicians, and this is on the left and the right. If you do like a bit of digging, you'll always find that they've got shares in some company that benefits them a lot for the policies that they want to implement, always.
A big novelty
Everyone's greedy. Everyone's naturally greedy. Everyone wants to further their own gains in some kind of way.
Check signed from him to Donald Trump for the price of $22,500, and he stood next to a woman and a Mar-a-Lago member. But apparently the caption on this photo, which was written by the Mar-a-Lago member in the middle, reads, "Jeffrey showing early talents with money and women, sells fully depreciated redaction to Donald Trump for $22,500. Bro, yeah, I think I'll just leave that up to the administration.
UK is definitely cooked. Labour had a chance to fix things, yet they somehow made everything worse. I'd love to tell you how exactly Labour fucked our country, but I can't, because again, it's like I'm not that politically versed. I can't give you the exact, like, 7 changes they did that fucked our economy. But all I know is, like, Keir Starmer, even as soon as he got in, he really wasn't liked. Because, again, like I said, they snuck in. They didn't win because people voted for them. They won because people just went against Conservative to spite them. Because they were so sick of them. I think one thing with Conservative as well, they had so many different heads. Because when a Prime Minister steps down, but that party's in power, they don't need an election. They just choose, like, inside their own party. Like, the people don't get to choose. So then you had these prime ministers. You know, people voted Conservative, but then you had all these prime ministers where it's like, I didn't vote for you. But technically, you're allowed to be prime minister because it's Conservative. We went through, like, what? Like, 4 different prime ministers? 5, maybe?
I think I trust them with this. Charlie Kirk was an integral piece of the operation to cover up Epstein and all the elites involved.
Corbyn should have been prime minister. He never would have won. He's popular with Gen Z, but Gen Z's too busy on Discord.
That he bootlicked.
Above that, he was advocating for ruining millions of people's lives.
I think you need to realize as well, like, the popular vote in the UK is always going to be boomers. Like elderly, because they'll always turn out to vote.
By either...
You'll have, like, people that are like Gen Z that are very, very vocal about their opinions, but then they actually don't go out to vote.
Deporting them or killing them. What happened was an outcome of dehumanizing people and normalizing...
Thank you, Juggy, for joining.
Hatred. When people advocate for ruining millions of lives, such as how he...
Yeah, maybe I spend some time researching, like, into politics properly. I don't know. It is funny, though, the way that YouTube has shifted now. If you're into politics, your channel absolutely gets turbo-juiced. It is mental. Like, Asmongold used to just do, like, you know, World of Warcraft and stuff, and now he's fully gone onto that kind of, like, into the political sphere, and just absolutely juicing. And Hassan is, like, one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, if not the biggest streamer on Twitch. And all he does is politics.
He was making fun of Ukrainians and Palestinians for dying when they are both being attacked by...
Do it. I would actually rather kill myself.
A genocidal maniac state, and you take the side of the genocidal maniac state. It's not good. You should not have started dehumanizing people like this, because it never ends well. When public figures like Charlie Kirk spread dehumanizing rhetoric, it increases the risk of violence.
Charlie's general...
Dude, I saw this one post once that was on like a socialism subreddit saying that I was like alt-right or something. I think it was like a clip of the To Be Honest podcast with like me and Colossal and Dolan, and I was like, you are so mentally ill, it's actually unreal.
Views on violence are actually
If you're not with us, you're against us.
Insane and extremely twisted, in my opinion.
I swear even the comments were like, you are literally clickbaiting. Like at no point did Pyro say anything that was like giving that inclination.
I'm gonna read you off a quote he actually said with his own mouth. Death penalties should be public, should be quick, it should be televised. I think at a certain age, it's an initiation. What age should you start to see public executions? Then one of his fellow panel...
I mean, even like the death penalty, for example, that's a weird one. That got abolished in the UK, I think in the 60s or 70s or 80s. Because I think the last person that we killed through execution in the UK, they were found out to be innocent. So then the UK was like, okay, now we got to get rid of this. Yeah, I've always found the death penalty weird because it's like, you have people that are horrible, untreatable, unfixable people, and they're basically just taking up taxpayers' money and space in a prison for the rest of their life. But at the same time, if you have the death penalty, you will have people that are wrongly convicted that will be killed 100%. Like there is no way that you will have like every single person that gets executed have actually committed their crimes. I mean, in the UK, again, like they realized they fucked up. They killed an innocent person. So then they're like, okay, we won't have it anymore.
Members said, I think maybe age 12, 6.
I think the death penalty is okay if it's 100% no question, period, no matter, period, recorded. If it's recorded.
Grade.
I mean, yeah, it's like if you have an insurmountable amount of evidence, but what is insurmountable?
So when you are old enough, and then
like you could have a recording of it. What if it's AI? I mean, it wouldn't be AI, but like I don't know, man. Shit's getting scary now.
Charlie said, I think it should be taken in a holy way. What? I saw this news headline. I thought it was a...
Still using EDP clips as well.
Joke.
How could it not occur to Charlie that something like this was eventually going to happen? Advocating against Palestinian civilians getting bombed to by Israel.
I mean, children watching public executions, that's just going to normalize them to violence.
Where this is the 21st century, we can see what Israel is doing. We can all see the videos of dead babies that were blown up. We can see the people being burned alive. And Charlie was advocating for the fire, saying schools should teach kids about critical race theory, saying if I...
This is why I don't really like to cover politics, because it does just make me like insanely sad about the state of the world. Like, I guarantee people like Hassan and Asmongold, they are not happy. Like the amount of media they consume that is just bad news. Like they eating good. They got tens of millions in the bank. They eating good. But like, I swear the mental drain that must have on you over the years would just make you like just a husk.
See a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Because we've all been in the back of a plane when the turbulence hits, or when you're flying through a storm and you're like, I'm so glad I saw the guy with the right stuff and the square jaw get into the cockpit before we took off, and I feel better now thinking about that.
No, I mean, like, you want to go thought crime? Like, I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
What were you thinking, man? Being racist against Mamdani for being a Muslim to the point where even a Fox News commentator told you to take it down because it was gross and Islamophobic. Literally yesterday saying, Islam is the sword the left is using to slit the throat of America. You were a spokesperson of an ideology and administration that's ruining families by deporting them or blowing them up, and also advocating for ruining the lives of women.
Out of respect for his family, I am not gonna play the clip of him describing a hypothetical situation about his daughter. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about already though, but in my opinion what he said was absolutely unthinkable. I would literally rather launch my...
Yeah, it's like when I make like my main channel videos and stuff, I kind of use that as like a bit of a creative outlet for myself, like a bit of escapism. Like I'd never replace that with just like being a political Andy.
Self off the top of the Empire State Building than ever utter such words, especially about someone in my family. Like, bro.
Misogynistic, racist, and genocidal. This was a very harmful rhetoric Charlie was spreading and normalizing and dehumanizing everyone who was not a Christian white man. I was a kid when Russia invaded my country, you know, and to hear this guy defending them, I obviously have a reason to dislike him. But never have I ever advocated for a genocide of Russians like Charlie did with Palestinians by urging people to support Israel, saying that Ukraine was responsible for 1 million dead and not Russia. This is just victim blaming, and these people you advocated against will never be as rich as you, will never have as much privilege as you, and will never ever be as influential as you. So for you to use your huge platform to kick people that are already down was very harmful. These were minorities and poor people you were advocating against. I know he had a family and I feel bad for them, and so did all these Palestinians, Ukrainians, and immigrants that have been deported by ICE have also had families.
It gets to a point, man. Like, I just saw a tweet from a pod.
Yeah, when I see footage like this, it always makes me realize how privileged I am to like be born in a first world country. Like actually won like the life lottery there. It's mental.
Caster saying, I have no words. I don't understand how to live in a world where someone would take a father away from his young children.
This is why I think if people immigrate to like a wealthier country and they get an opportunity, I think that's fine. But at the same time as well, I think the government should be able to support that as well. Not just accept, like, you know, as many people as possible and then not even give them the support. There has to be a balance there.
Children for having a different opinion. This man, this podcaster, has previously had Netanyahu on as a guest. The double standard here is crazy. You should have been asking him that, maybe. It's actually about 100,000 times more important to ask Netanyahu that question, is it not?
I hope his death is not used as a way of enforcing his entire ideology, and I really hope the current administration does not turn him into some sort of hero and instead takes the measurements to enforce strict gun control laws so a thing like this does not happen again, and also so that so many school shootings and mass shootings can be prevented. But I know Trump is not gonna do that. He's gonna come out tomorrow, say, I'm making being a leftist illegal. Everybody's going to die. But
the horrible irony of this situation is bulletproof vest.
I wonder who's actually going to be president after Trump. I do wonder that. I wonder what the polls are even going to be like there.
Didn't
going to be so much discourse over that.
Save Charlie. Security didn't save Charlie. All the measures on Earth could have not saved Charlie. There was one potential thing that would have saved Charlie Kirk, though. It is gun control. He was shot in the neck by an assault rifle. There is genuinely no way to stop this from being fatal, apart from gun control. Simple. There's always going to be someone with evil, horrible intentions wherever you go on the political spectrum, or wherever you go from state to state, or country to country. So just trusting any adult with a warfare.
I think it's crazy that if that happened in the UK, you could have had someone that would rush like a political speaker with a knife or throw like battery acid on them or something like that.
A grade firearm is just lunacy. And unfortunately for him, Charlie Kirk played a vital role in assisting the most gun-friendly president of our lifetimes to take control.
You only watch lefty content? Well, I met Geopold in person when I was in Birmingham. He's a really nice guy. So
Charlie Kirk normalized and ungrudgingly spewed out pro-gun propaganda constantly, and his death is a direct...
I mean, again, I don't agree with everything he said in this video, but...
direct result of those policies he held so dear to him. Nigel Farage, Britain's far-right politician, has responded to his assassination by calling it a dark day for free speech. I completely agree. Today, free speech has been completely violated by the people who allowed murder weapons to be accessed and used to shut down free speech. Do you really think that it's any coincidence that this happened in Utah, arguably the state with the least restrictive gun laws? No. If the state had had stricter gun restrictions, it's pretty unlikely this assassin would have...
What do you disagree with? I mean, it's not really that much of a point, to be fair, but the bit where he said the Trump video was AI.
Been able to access such a precise, high-grade, professional weapon, which allowed them to hit Charlie's throat and guarantee a fatality. All the security in the world, all the bulletproof vests in the world wouldn't have saved Charlie. In Utah, you don't need permits to carry a weapon. They have
I just, again, like, I know I've already said this, but I just think it's really scary that we've reached that political extreme where it's like, if, you know, this person hates me, this person isn't representing me, this person is against me existing, this person can't be deplatformed, so the only thing I can do now is kill them.
Extremely loose background checks. There is no mandate to ban weapons on college campuses.
What? Here in Utah, we allow for the open carry of weapons on...
I don't think changing gun laws in Utah would have done anything, seeing that you can just bring a gun in from a different state.
On college campuses. Our legislature changed the law just a few months ago that would allow anyone who has a concealed carry permit to openly carry...
200 yards, 200 meters. 200 yards is under 200 meters. Yeah, I saw a gun expert basically say that, like, the guy that did it, like, was not a professional. And if the suspect is actually that Tyler kid, then, yeah. They were saying it was not a difficult shot to make from the distance.
Carry a weapon, whether it's a pistol or a rifle, on a college campus if they're over the age of 18.
What did they expect? The only possible solution which could have prevented this awful attack is gun control. However, Charlie wanted the whole country to be like Utah, with extremely lenient gun restrictions. Charlie Kirk died above a...
Yeah, I don't agree with the gun laws, but again, I'm a UK, I'm a Europort, so it's just a completely different culture to me.
Sign saying, prove me wrong.
Like, dude, with how much crime there is in, like, London and stuff in the UK, could you imagine if guns were legal? Oh my God. I mean, no, to be fair, guns are... Okay, yeah, this is the thing as well. Guns are legal in the UK, but because there's no culture around it, no one cares. You can own a gun in the UK. The thing is, when the IRA were, like, bombing us and we signed the Good Friday Agreement so they'd stop, Northern Ireland, no. Ireland are allowed to have pistols as part of the agreement, concealable pistols. We can't. In the UK, you cannot have a concealable. You're not even allowed, like, a switchblade or, like, a concealable knife. So you can't own a pistol. What we care about with gun laws in the UK is concealability. So you've actually had people in the UK that have modified pistols with, like, a bump stock and a long nozzle to make it over, like, 4 foot long, and then it's technically allowed. Like, you can have shotguns in the UK. A shotgun license is, like, the easiest license to get. You can own, like, sniper rifles and stuff like that. Obviously not automatics. Like, I remember when I lived back in Birmingham, and there was a guy that lived opposite us, and he had a gun safe. He had shotguns and stuff in there. You know, I didn't really ever feel uncomfortable about it because the guy seemed pretty sound. But yeah, like, people do own guns in the UK, but it's just not like it is not a, there's no culture around it. Like, when you apply for a shotgun license, which is the easiest one, I think they do a psych check on you. They do a background check. They can check if the guns are locked in the safe where they should be, and they only give you, like, less than 48 hours notice. But you can't say it's for self-defense. If you say the reason for owning a gun is self-defense, you get declined immediately. You have to say it's for, like, clay pigeon shooting or something like that. Like, I've used a shotgun in the UK. I went to, like, a firing range with my dad, and I used a shotgun, and I was like, this is really fun. And also, the funny thing is about shotguns in video games, they're so fucking inaccurately portrayed. The spread is nowhere near as big as in video games. I think they've done that on purpose because shotguns are just so disgustingly overpowered.
He was shot to death whilst preaching about the benefits of lax gun control to thousands of impressionable kids. His last words were gang violence. He was answering a question about America's epidemic of mass shootings by essentially being like, what about gang violence?
Murder is wrong. Yeah. Grass is green take there, but yeah.
So
I agree.
It's way worse.
But it shows that in America it's gotten so bad that someone thinks the only way to silence someone else's opinion that they don't agree with is to kill them.
That's the main problem with shootings in America. That's why they happen. That's the argument he was basically making. So Charlie Kirk's final words were essentially downplaying all the country's horrific uncalled for, unnecessary school shootings, like his own assassination, which was merely milliseconds away. Is this really a price worth paying for your Second Amendment right? Your American freedom? I'm pretty disgusted by this entire thing, though. I think it's quite horrible seeing someone you're used to seeing clipped up on social media.
People think grass is green take, but people somehow think it's okay against Charlie Kirk. Because the political debate in America has gotten so bad and so extreme. You know, like when Trump got shot, the amount of people that were just like, ah, shit, I wish he died. I wish he died.
Media a lot die, even though I didn't like the content he put out. Seeing all of this happen in full.
But then you bring up the same debate as well, like the amount of suffering that happens every day and the amount of people that get killed without it being documented.
Okay, it really highlighted.
I just think social media has fried all of our brains, genuinely. Just like dopamine is completely fried. We're just consuming content. Like, I genuinely, after Charlie Kirk died, I've been recommended so many IG reels from him on debates, like clips and stuff. And it's like, bro, if I'm like 13, which is the legal age to use social media, I'm going to get fucking radicalized to love this guy or fucking hate him.
How
it's a fucking self-fulfilling prophecy.
Barbaric and gruesome and soul-crushing gun violence is. Not only for him, also for all the people that were my age who watched it happen in person, but also for all the people in war zones, for example, Gaza. You know, I mean, technically we should be feeling like 100,000 times the amount of horror when looking at videos from Palestine versus Charlie's death. I just really hope this can open up some Westerners' eyes to the horrors our governments and our ideologies are sponsoring around the globe, and I really just pray some Americans can see, even if we disagree on other things.
We should talk about the school shootings. Oh yeah, that's the problem. It's been so normalized. Like, what was the last school shooting in the UK? Was it the Dunblane shooting in Scotland? Last UK school shooting. Was it Dunblane? Yeah, Dunblane. So Dunblane happened in, like, this is before I was born. This was like 96. And it was someone that went into the school. 43-year-old Thomas Hamilton killed 16 pupils, one teacher, and then he killed himself. That's the last shooting we ever had, and that was before I was born. It just shows how different our culture is. I mean, we love to suck off America, don't get me wrong, but like, public debate centered on gun control laws, public petitions to ban private ownership of handguns. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's why we can't own handguns anymore. I mean, you can own a handgun. Let me see if I can find one. Legal UK handgun length. It's as long as it's not concealable. Someone, yeah, look at that, bro. What in the war zone is that? Look at that bump stock. So, because it's got the suppressor and the stock, that's technically legal. But that's not a foldable. That's not a foldable, by the way. I mean, you could say that someone could just deattach it and then go and shoot people. But still, like, that's just... I do like that. I have... UK police, I have my metal rod on the gun. I have my long metal rod. Is it legal now? Yes. Yeah, I do love that though. Like, if it's a long gun, if it's like got Warzone attachments, it's completely fine. Only 22 LR. Isn't 22 LR a pretty low caliber or not? That's crazy that you can own up to a 50 cal though. Shotgun up to 3-shot capacity. I didn't know that. Black powder and muzzle loaders. So you get like a flintlock pistol or something. Long barrel revolver, barrel length not less than 12 inches, an additional extension. Long barrel pistols, barrel length not less than 12 inches, an additional extension. Semi-automatic if chambered in 22. 22 LR is pretty weak. Well, you can legally own a 44 Magnum. And you can own it in 357. What's stronger? 357 or 44? There'll be some gun nuts in the chat that will know. Dude, I remember like going to a store to look at guns when I went to that shooting range because you could buy them. Obviously, you need a license and stuff. But it was like The gut, it was like $2,000, £2,000 minimum for a shotgun. It was crazy. 357's more powerful. Holy shit, the size of that. Bruh, it's so long as well. What's the size of a 50 cal? Holy shit. Like, that's legal. That's legal in the UK. That's mental. I like how this gun that they're showing off. Oh, it's manual action. Okay, so it has to be like a single shot and then reload. Okay. Is that the fucking M1 Garand from like COD World at War? It's like you can own a gun, but it has to be from World War II.
Me and you, maybe we can meet in the middle here and agree maybe assault rifles shouldn't just be allowed in anyone's hands.
I don't think that that's happening in any other country. I think you would have to go to a very desperate third world nation before you're seeing this level of violence on a daily level. I mean, the day before, we were thinking about doing a video of the guy that walked into the train and just slashed some woman.
The Lee Enfield.
And walked out. This is 0 days.
Oh. The M1 Garand is American, that's right. Sorry. I just like that gun because it makes the little ping and the magazine ejects.
Days and counting since last senseless...
Okay, all the gun nuts have came out. Sorry, guys.
...political death. I count the other one as political. This one, I mean, shot under his banner that says, "Prove me wrong." I guess they did with physics and bullets. This, I can already see it in the commentary, is coming out as yet another... Oh,
this video is depressing. Oh no, I feel like shit after watching it, genuinely.
Charlie Kirk
This is why I'll never get into politics, unironically.
Owned in this debate. What do you think that you're accomplishing with this? Do you think that anything is going to happen other than they're not going to post on that specific account anymore?
Bro said magazine when it's a clip. Okay, gun nuts, I get it.
Another Charlie Kirk will...
I bet you actually spent time like crafting ammo in New Vegas as well. You didn't just buy it.
Rise, I can assure you. This is very much like having an issue with McDonald's and going out and shooting Ronald McDonald. You don't think that they're just going to say, oh, okay, we'll get this guy in another suit and put another one there.
I hope all the insanity plague in the UK isn't getting to you too much. I just worry about my parents because they're still there.
Firearms need at least some level of restriction, man. Getting almost decapitated with precision by some random person is the most insane, nonsensical fear that people have to live with. Like, why? No one should ever go through that. And I maintain that view, whether the victim is some influencer I really disagree with, or if it's 20 school children with a mentally troubled classmate, or if it's 2 Democrat lawmakers, or if it's a Palestinian child. That was gonna be it. That was my big finale, but I'm just reading now as I speak, they found the culprit. Ladies and gentlemen, we...
Yeah, he was only 22 as well.
Got him, and apparently his dad snaked him out to the police as a favor to God, which is so crazy. Another crazy thing about this guy, I don't think he looks like the kind of dude to be in a gang or to be transgender. All I'm saying, bro. Anyway, if this video came across quite hurried, it's because it was. I've got to say a big thank you to my good friend Gatsu and my other good friend Caffeine, specifically this Syrian coffee shit. Both made this 48-hour turnaround possible. It still cost me about 2 sleepless nights though. And I don't know if you noticed, but I spoke about that one geopolitical situation which weirdly doesn't perform too well on YouTube throughout this vid, the danger zone of YouTube. So guys, I would really appreciate a little like, a little comment, hit any of these.
Yeah, I just saw loads of people arguing about the like Charlie Kirk's killer, about what his political leaning actually was as well.
These damn buttons, bro. And you can help this video flourish in the algorithm. And I'll give you another reason to subscribe as well, okay? My big goal is to ratio Netanyahu by 10x. I mean, look, if you made it to this point,
only 70k subs, it's over.
The video, it means we probably collectively share a hatred for this man. So let's defeat him together. And also my final nugget of wisdom for you guys, yeah. Are you a musical genius like this man, Charlie Kirk?
Modern music is complete filth and garbage. Anything that has been published in the last 10 years.
Well, if so, have a listen to this outro music, man. I'm putting you on. But most importantly, stay safe, guys. Peace.
I can already see how political the chats came just putting that video on. Actually crazy. Like the video. I'm on my lurker account.